People think entrepreneurship is glamorous. You want to see what entrepreneurship looks like? Come to my office at 5:45 in the afternoon, and I'm mopping it with a Swiffer.
Right.
His name's Bradley. He's out of Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah! He's a 6'3" sophomore from Saraland, Alabama. And the agency owner of Portal Insurance. Insurance agents from around the world, welcome to the Insurance Guys podcast. My name is Scott Howell, your fearless host and leader. He is a 6'3" sophomore from Saraland, Alabama, and the agency owner of Portal Insurance here in Mobile, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and welcome the incomparable Mr. Bradley Flowers. How are you, Bradley?
Great, Scott. How are you today?
And what we told our audience, our demographic, our people that send us comments, text messages, is we were going to walk them through the process of Bradley Flowers becoming an independent insurance agent, going from employee agent to independent agent. I am so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. And I think this process there's been obviously some good. There's been pains. There's been times when you called me and I thought I was going to have to drive down to Mobile and give you a sedative because you're about to flip a desk over and kill somebody.
Well, about 5 minutes after that, or even less time than that, my dad's looking around the office and he's like, "Son, you don't have any phone lines." So there are 0 phone lines as far as phone jacks, phone plugs anywhere in this office. So I don't have phone. I have phones, but I don't have phones.
But today's podcast, guys, Bradley and I are going to talk a little bit about his transition to independent agency, because the January-February time frame, you were getting everything ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You were
more February.
Oh man, you had so much going on, dude, and you're calling me because things aren't just bop in line, and let's talk a little bit about that transition.
And so, obviously opening a new business, let alone a scratch insurance agency, you expect everything to go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was a little bit delayed, for the most part. Things, for the most part, were going right. I quit my agency January the 8th. So office. This place is gonna look completely different. So I'm like, okay, this is a month before opening. I'm like, okay, great, sign the lease. I don't have the keys today. I'll get them to you tomorrow. Landlord doesn't get me the keys. She's off in Puerto Rico or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I got delayed getting the keys to my office 3 weeks. Because when they got back, there was something they were storing in there they had to get out. So I'm just now, as we speak, finishing my office.
Mm-hmm.
I used a phone company that everybody knows, which I'm not going to name, for my phones.
Mm-hmm.
The way they work is they sell you the service, and then the technician calls you. They don't send somebody out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Technician calls you. Technician calls you to install it. The technician calls me. I've got no Ethernet plugs to plug the phones into. I'm like, I've never set phones up like this, right? So back up, I'm using the Cisco phones, those ones that everybody has. I find these Cisco phones on eBay, Amazon for $8.
I remember.
Literally, it was more to rent the phones from my phone company per month than what I paid for these phones. So I'm like, heck yeah, I'm cutting, everything I was doing, my business plan wise, was less than what I'd planned, which was great. Mm-hmm. And so I buy these phones. So I finally, the phone company's like, okay, the soonest a technician can call you is next week. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, so next week comes by, we're trying to set the phones up. Oh, you don't have any phone cord. You don't have any jacks, any Ethernet jacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I paid somebody to install Ethernet jacks in my office. Turns out I didn't need the Ethernet jacks. We can just plug them directly into the computer because the computer's connected to Wi-Fi. That technician didn't know what they were talking about. Well then, so we get to setting the phones up. We set the phones up. There's no power cords to these $8 phones I ordered off Amazon. So then I have to order power cords for $14 each. Almost double what the phones cost. Order the power cords. Another week goes by. We get on with this technician. Nope.
Phone won't work.
Phone won't work. Phone will not configure to that particular service.
Mm.
Literally the first day we opened, we didn't have phones. My office, so my office is open concept, but I had to build me out an office in there for me to have, I have to have sensitive conversations with customers and employees. So we do that.
Yeah, and you did that yourself.
Me and my dad did that.
Yeah.
That got delayed a little bit because the building department for the city of Saraland took their time on coming and signing off on it. The business license, I'll tell that story in a second. We didn't do the sheetrock. That's the only thing we haven't done. So we get somebody to hang the drywall. And it had been a while since I'd been around new construction, but I showed up at my office Monday morning after he did that sheetrock, and literally the entire office was caked, coated in sheetrock dust, and it's still there to this day. I mop it every afternoon when I get done.
Yeah.
People think entrepreneurship is glamorous. You want to see what entrepreneurship looks like? Come to my office at 5:45 in the afternoon, and I'm mopping it with a Swiffer.
Right.
So it's a 2,400 square foot office, with
Wow.
concrete floors, painted concrete floors. So then that happened. Issues and production issues. We had a phenomenal first month. Our first month as a scratch agent, because we're first month, if you take the premium we rewrote by the commission rate, we actually made money. Day one that we opened, we didn't have phones. I told you that. So literally everything on a minute level, short of things that slow us up big time. Nothing bad, but on a minute level, literally every single thing that could go wrong has gone wrong. With that being said, it's 2 days before opening, and my phone company cannot get my phones configured. Today is March 1st, 2018. Coincidentally, my wife opened her agency 2 years ago today, and I'm on my way for my first day at my agency, new agency with my team, and gonna mainly be doing training today, so it's not really anything I can document, but super excited. It's been freaking phenomenal.